Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to Crafty As Online. So I've decided I am going to start a series of videos making coffee themed cards. To my left here, I have a whole stack of coffee themed papers and stamps and kits and stencils. And I thought it would be fun to pull them all out and start making cards with them. I have no plan at this moment other than to start here. These 4 papers have been in my stash for years. They came from a Stamping for Less card kit years ago. I believe these stamps came in that same card kit. I don't know if you are familiar with Stamping for Less, but their card kits used to include 4 mini kits with a stamp set, paper, and embellishments. It might be enamel dots or sequins or something. And these stamps came with that kit, and this came from one of the mini kits. So I thought it's time to give purpose to these 4 pieces of paper. I will show you what they look like now. So we have a diagonal stripe, and these are single-sided paper, so that makes it a little easy. Diagonal stripe, tiny coffee beans, a horizontal stripe, and a plaid. And something happened here that tore a little chunk of paper off, but that's okay, we'll make it work. I was thinking slimline cards might be fun to make for this project, but it will include these 4 papers and these 2 stamp sets. The goal being to use up the papers. Once that's done, the next video in the series I'll pull out another set of materials and show you what I'm going to use. So the idea is the first half of the video is you seeing my supplies or the things I plan on using, and the second half of the video will be to show you what I made. So just to look over the stamps really quick, this is an Avery Elle stamp called Cool Beans. Has this cute little coffee cup, steam, tiny little coffee beans, some little tiny hearts, perk up, let's venti, happy birthday, I guess you can tell I've used this, I love you a latte, thanks a latte, and cool beans, and then really tiny, better latte than never, so if you are making a late birthday card. And then the Greetings Farm, we have perk up, let's catch up, wake up, enjoy today, a little, maybe a frappe, coffee, to-go coffee cup, 2 little cute faces, a steam, and a little filled in heart. And this is called Perk Up. I'll see if these are still available. If they are, I'll link them below. And if they are not, there's a ton of coffee themed stamp sets out there. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. I also have some background stamps that I thought would work for coffee cards. I'll be pulling those in. I'll be pulling some dies in probably, and some embellishment that will coordinate. So that is the plan. So the next time, so this video is going to transition over to what I created. Welcome back. I made a bunch of coffee themed cards using the 4 pieces of paper and the stamp sets that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Here's what I have. So I really wanted to make some mini slimline cards, and I ended up making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. I feel like mini slimlines are good when you're trying to use up 6x6 paper, simply because you can cut the paper in half and have two pieces that add a nice backdrop. So that's essentially what I did with most of the paper. So I have this one. This was also an opportunity for me to practice my alcohol marker coloring. Some of it didn't go as well as I would have liked. I'm using the Tri-Blend brush tip markers just to practice. I have some Copics, but I realized I am intimidated by the Copics for whatever reason. Having to pick out what colors go together worries me. So the Tri-Blend, the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers are perfect because they tell you everything. These are the three colors that blend together. So here's one. I didn't finish all of them on the inside. Some of them I did. This one was the last card I made. I really like it. It's, I don't know, I just felt like making a rainbow drink card. So I stamped all of them out in individual Lawn Fawn colors and then colored them in with coordinating Spectrum Noir marker. So that one. This one, I pulled in a bunch of scrap papers that I have. I have random solid scrap paper in a big zippered pouch, and I just pulled them in and played with them just to see what I could do with them. This one was actually, so the same Scrapping for Less kit that had these papers also came with this Basil Swiss dot paper, and so I decided to use that and use it up, and I did. So here's another one. Thanks a latte. I pulled in, as you can see, I have little dies. I die cut them out. I have a spellbinder, or no, this isn't a spellbinder. So I think this is Sizzix die, scallop circle die. This one, Let's Venti. This was the only A2 sized card I made, and I used the bean printed paper on this one, but that means I had a piece of bean printed paper left over at a couple. I had a little strip that I put in here, made this a birthday card. This is the only one that I stamped a sentiment on the inside. Better latte than never, because that is usually the case with my birthday cards. This did not turn out at all like I wanted it to. So this is actually a card base that I embossed ages ago, and I thought, well, it's just sitting there, and I'm gonna cut a piece of it off and use it to make a card. And then I thought, I'm going to blend some blue ink on it so that so I can make some of the little chat bubbles and chat boxes stand out. And my blending tool, my brush, was not clean, and so it left this weird color. Anyway, I hated it at first. I don't hate it as much now. We'll see what happens. But I really liked my coloring on this. I felt like I was getting more of a hang of it. But this is, and I also thought like the little chat bubbles with the sentiment, let's catch up, was appropriate. And then I made this one. This is, again, the Swiss dot, a thank you card, just very cute. So these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it is the bottom part of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper after making a slimline base. So my slimline base is this is 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I cut it at 6.5 by 6.5, and then I folded it in half, so it's 6.5 by 3 1/4. And so I ended up having like a 1.5 inch strip left that I ended up doing a lot of the stamping on, and also these 8.5 by 4 1/4 pieces. So I just thought, you know, those would make nice little note cards. So I scored it in half and made little cards like this. And I have a few of them, and so I think I'm going to use up the rest of them and make some more cards at that size, because it's just a nice little note card. Anyway, so these are all the cards I made. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with them, but I like them. I had fun doing it. I was really inspired to get into my craft room and make things. So I'm going to continue on the coffee theme and make a few more cards. I'll be posting other videos also, but I will be adding more to my coffee playlist, and I appreciate you joining me, and see you soon.